How's it going, everybody? Nerd here. This is a replay of our Star Citizen stream where we go in and explore various ways of earning UEC and exploring the verse. So today we were going through the new Alpha 3.8.1 patch and doing some hauling with mixed results. If you like this, definitely hit subscribe and or check us out on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning at the very least at 8 a.m. Pacific. Catch you guys later. 3.8.1 came out in Star Citizen, and I wanted to test hauling again because I'd like to earn real money. And so we're going to try and do that today. So let's see, you. I think we want you to go back over here, if I remember correctly. So that's where we're going to go today. So we're going to go back into Star Citizen for our Money Monday on Tuesday stream. And check out some hauling in... Oh, no. Oh, no. Why not? Alright. So we're coming in. Ooh, I can now actually pick where I want to go to. I believe my stuff is at Levski, or maybe they reset everything with the new 3.8.1 patch. But for hauling, the routes that I prefer, the first set of routes, which is kind of like your intro to hauling routes, are out of Levski. So we'll pick Levski and go there and see if our hauler is there. Oh boy. Everything got reset. Okay, yeah, so we're starting from the beginning. This is actually really cool. So this is what we're going to start from the beginning and do hauling like I did before I had a bunch of money. And see how stable we actually are. So, I have a bunch of different, let's call them packages. And I've spent too much money on this game, but I get to start with 31,000 Alpha UEC. Most people, when a patch comes in for restart, will start with 0, or whatever your package lets you start with. So, you do want to earn UEC to the point where you can start taking reasonable amounts of hauling. Some guides on there are pretty close even now, even though they're on the old system, say about 60k. I don't really feel like running delivery missions to get about 60k, so I'll just start hauling. And the haul that I like to do here out of Levski is a pretty short haul and pretty easy to get done. So let's see what... I wonder if this reset... If everything else reset, this also probably reset where everything is loaded. So, if you're hauling, there's probably 2 ships that you're going to be hauling in. The first ship that a lot of people have access to is the MISC Freelancer, or the Drake... why am I forgetting the Drake, like, semi-hauling combat all-around ship? So I think everyone still has access to the MISC Freelancer, the standard MISC Freelancer. I also have the Freelancer Dur, the duration version. This is like the exploring expedition version of the Freelancer. But a lot of people, I think everyone still has access to the MISC Freelancer itself. So that would be the first start. You want to step up to the big boys. The bigger haulers, the biggest one currently in game, I think, is the Drake Caterpillar. So this is a kind of a medium hauler. Medium freight is what you see here. I don't actually own a Drake Caterpillar. I have a the exploration ship that's supposed to come out here relatively soon, but this is the placeholder ship they let me play with. So we're gonna pull that and just show the route, even if this is maybe not the most optimal way. So this first route is out of Levski, and it's a pretty simple route. This is scrap hauling route. So you're gonna be, if you're doing your trading and trying to earn money, your route, first set of routes, is gonna almost always be scrap. Hangar 2 is where we were going.
So, if you're doing scrap, there's Port Olisar to Area 19 or something like that. But I don't really like to haul out of Port Olisar because that's where you get all the rammers that are trying to ram your ship while it's sitting on the pads, and that's just an easy way to lose a bunch of Alpha UEC out of your hold. So I like to ship out of a more out-of-the-way place. So that means Levski is pretty out of the way. Not a whole lot of people come hang out here unless they're miners, and miners aren't usually the sort of people who will ram you. They might shoot you, so you do have to pay a little bit of attention. Why am I going this way? You do have to pay a little bit of attention on your scan to make sure that no one's just sitting waiting for you to come back if they see you're running. Running material and stuff, because that is a decently valid way to play the game. Some people don't like it, but attacking haulers, for me, seems very reasonable, given that I'm coming from an EVE Online background where if you're not trolling people, you're not trying hard enough. First trip is a pretty short one. So we're at Delamar, which is where Levski is. And the first trip is a scrap run to CRU L5. At least I hope this is still a reasonable route. So now we're out of the Armistice Zone. This Armistice Zone isn't too small. It's not Grimhex levels of small. So the nice thing about this run is CRU L5 is really close. It's only a few million kilometers away. You only spend like maybe a minute or so actually in Quantum. And you can make quick trips back and forth between CRU L5 to start getting you some quick cash. So I was saying earlier, your first few runs in this sort of stuff are going to be scrap runs. Scrap is kind of like the universal basic material, I guess. Pretty much every person who does trading, who doesn't start with a ton of cash, gonna trade scrap, and then you're probably gonna move on to something like titanium runs or some other mineral runs, and we might get there today. I'll make one of those runs today near the end of the stream just to show you what that run is. Once you get done with your scrap runs, and we're gonna take a few here because these scrap runs are not amazing here, but it's pretty low risk coming out of Levski versus going to like Port Olisar or something like that. But the other thing to keep in mind is I'm not too worried about it right now, because if the worst comes to worst, I can always just go do some mining to get myself funds back. But if you're running a bunch of cargo, you really don't want to blow all of your money on a cargo, because if everything comes to a halt and the server crashes or you crash out of a server, you're gonna lose all of your cargo. You will not find your ship again. Use the signs to locate yourself. So their Kasaba sign tells you which way is up when you're trying to dock here. If you're working on some pretty sensitive controls, do pay attention to this. There's not a whole lot of space for a cat to fit in here. And go ahead and land her. That gets us into talking about cargo space utilization. I brought the Caterpillar out because you really do want to haul with the Caterpillar if you can get close to filling up its cargo bay, because it lets you scale particularly well. The thinking here is that well, you earn a profit on things by hauling it, otherwise you wouldn't do it. And so this scrap hauling route, are you okay? This scrap hauling route is when I last tried to do it, it was about 25%, 25 to 30% profit, which is really good. The thing is once you start filling up the cargo bay, your profit is actually capped at a real UEC level. We're gonna buy and put it into the Caterpillar. Scrap at 135, and we're gonna buy the maximum possible. You'll notice at this point we're limited to what we can buy in terms of our funds for scrap. This is at some point, see, we can buy 230 SCU, so we could have filled up our Freelancer full of scrap here, but we can't fill up our Caterpillar, so we buy this and hopefully we don't crash on our way. Got it, thank you. At some point we're going to be able to fill up, I think it's about 60 or 70k is when you fill up a Caterpillar full of scrap, and at that point you're limited to, if you're saying, you know, a 25%, if you got a 25% profit margin, you know, at 70k, you're limited to about 20,000 profit per run, which is good. But if you want to scale up to, let's take a guess at Hangar 1. If you want to scale up to your to higher profit levels, you can do that, and you can sit there and you can run scrap, you know, 20 times to get 240 UEC. This is not it. Hangar 2, please. Or you can scale up to a higher value resource that lets you, maybe doesn't have the same profit margin. So titanium is, I think, the next resource to go run after you're done running scrap, like this scrap run or whatever scrap run you want. You probably want to go run titanium, and there's a couple really easy titanium runs that you can go do, but that doesn't have a 25% or 30% profit margin. But what it does have is a lot more concentrated value, so that your hold doesn't get nearly as full for the same value of resources. So a titanium run, a full titanium fill up is, you know, 300,000 UEC versus 70,000 UEC. But even at a, you know, 20-ish% markup, you're going to earn more profit off of one run of that. At 20%, that's, you know, 60,000 UEC, right? Off of one run of titanium, even if you're not full, versus, you know, 3 runs of your cheap scrap. So you do need to increase the value of your hold as you're going along, which is why there's multiple stages to trading to get up to higher levels of UEC.
You are clear to launch.
And then here we flip around, you see again there's cargo bay doors. This isn't like some of those landing spots that are just open. Port Olisar, for instance, where yeah, you can technically lift off without having authorization. It'll get you some sort of fine or crime stat, but you can do it. Here you actually need it, and in fact, I've had the complete misfortune of actually taking too long to land at one of these spots, where I got in to the landing bay and then it reset my landing bay and closed the landing bay door, so I was stuck and I had to store my ship, and like I had to actually claim it because it was stuck and couldn't get out, and I couldn't get it to let me out. So that was an entertaining experience. Ugh, this is the worst part about hauling, is that it just jumps back and forth. It's not the most engaging of gameplay, which is kind of why I prefer mining to earn my UEC. You can't earn the same sorts of levels in a titanium or more valuable ore haul between Hurston and one of its moons. You can earn 100,000 UEC every 30 minutes or so. But You have to literally just do this for 30 minutes and jump back and forth, and it's quite boring. But the money's there, so if you want to gain money quick once you have a certain level, then hauling like this is definitely the way to go. So they'll, luckily, unless you're coming in when multiple people are landing, you'll be able to figure out which one you're landing in by the open bay. And then it's pretty simple. You want to get yourself level with the horizon and level here so you're coming down pretty straight, and then basically don't touch those controls. Don't forget to drop your landing gear. It makes it really awkward when you try and land and your landing gear isn't down. So I've done that in the Prospector and it just sits there and rolls, and I actually got in and out. It was pretty funny, but it's not what you want to do when you're carrying a bunch of cargo. There you go. Easy.
And done. Welcome to MISC.
But those combat missions right now are not amazing earners, just because you're not sure what's going to go on with them. It's a weird helmet. So these are 2 trading stations. If you're going to go do this sort of stuff, out here is your ore trading. So this is like if you're out mining, this is where you sell your ores. In here is your commodities trading, where you sell different commodities. So in this case, we're going to pick our Drake Caterpillar here. We're going to sell from our Drake Caterpillar. Let's see what we're getting here. So we bought it at 139 and we're going to sell it at 173. So we gained at essentially 31,000 UEC to 3965, so we're gaining 20 some odd % here. So that's not bad as in terms of so we gained functionally 9,000 UEC on that run, which is not bad. But as you can understand, it would take a while to get up to large amounts of money. So this run, again, if we went and did it, would be, you know, another... I don't need this ship retrieval. We'll just go down to one of the hangars. We'll make one more of these runs real quick to get us a reasonable amount of money, and then we'll go show you the next run that I would do here. Wrong. I thought that said fire extinguisher 02, and I was like, that's not how you extinguish fires. I'm gonna let the space people in on this now. Oh Jesus! If you're wondering what path the elevators travel, it's that path. Obviously, the elevators don't follow physics yet, or maybe they never will. Who knows? You really don't want to blow all of your money on a cargo. And that, people, is why hauling is really annoying, because I just died here and I just lost all of my money. Ugh. That's why you don't normally when you're hauling like that, you do not want to engage pirates. So that was a NPC pirate. You can tell that because he had 2 full names. He ended up just essentially ramming me. Unfortunately, this probably puts me back in CRUL5. Well, that's disappointing. I screwed that one up pretty bad. So what I should have done there is I should have run away. I'm in a Caterpillar that's not really set up to tangle with a Drake Cutlass, which is what was coming in on us. And because I decided to do that anyway, I ended up crashing into him. It seems like the NPCs don't try and avoid crashes at all. They will just ram you, and that ramming ended up killing me and losing me all 40... we'll get out of here. Yep, see, my current UEC balance is 0, so it lost me all 40,000 UEC just in one run there, which is pretty annoying. Destroyed. We'll just claim that. File a claim. Notice that it's 37 minutes, and I don't have the UEC to speed it up. So we're going to have to go about earning money a different way. We're starting from 0, which is actually where a lot of you guys will start. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go do some fighting, because I really dislike courier missions. Now let's pull up my Freelancer Dirt. General delivery missions. No. Alright, here goes nothing. Let's see if we can't get ourselves jumped and killed immediately on this claim jumper mission. This is a stock Freelancer Dir, so it's not exactly a combat powerhouse by any stretch of the imagination. One down. Let's blow up these prospectors here. So it looks like with these sentries, what you want to do is just orbit them, because their guns don't track very well, and they won't pretty much won't hit you. Ow. Yeah. So, everyone, just keep in mind that if you're in a hauling ship, it doesn't pay to engage pirates, because you'll probably end up getting killed anyway, and you'll just lose all of your stuff that's in your hold. And in this case, the stuff in my hold was about 40 grand worth of material. So if you don't want to lose all your stuff, don't engage pirates. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and until next time, guys, don't forget to let your nerd out every once in a while. Later.